Hello all, and welcome to my review of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. In this review we will tackle the themes Breath of the Wild presents, such as existentialism and hope. We will review the graphics, the gameplay, the combat, the sense of exploration, the story, and the themes Breath of the Wild presents. Without further ado, let's get into it, starting with the graphics. Unfortunately, this is where most of my complaints lie. While the graphics have their own little charm, they often feel archaic and like they belong in a different era. I think Breath of the Wild should have tried to adapt their graphics to the people's current expectations, rather than relying on the good old-fashioned Zelda formula. Now we're going to review the combat. This is by far where Breath of the Wild has improved the most past the previous Zelda games. This is because they made the genius idea of introducing guns into Zelda. My favorite gun was the tactical shotgun, because it did a lot of damage. I think while the long range has improved the most, the melee combat still feels as good as it did before, with the main character doing a real good job. I really liked how there were all the cool swords. My favorite sword was the major sword because it never dried out. Now it's time to tackle the exploration. This was by far the coolest part of the game. Now it's time to tackle the themes. The themes are definitely a big part of the game. The themes are all about giving the monsters a good old whipping and saving the princess. That was my favorite part of Breath of the Wild. I like how Link had a purpose to live, which a lot of people envy, and because of this he was able to act good, which is why he was doing such a good job at saving the princess. But Ganondorf was so evil, and he was not acting all good. And maybe that's because he felt like he didn't have a goal to aim for in life. That's why I thought Breath of the Wild had good themes. Overall, I give Breath of the Wild 7.3 out of 10.